everyone, it's Gail. I am here with a tutorial today on an envelope idea that I had and I've made several of, and I wanted to do a little tutorial and show all of you how to make it too. I'm calling it a faux front envelope. This is the first one that I made. So as you can see, it's just a regular envelope. It's a leftover card envelope, I think. I've stenciled on the back, but the front is the part that I wanted to talk to you about. So what I've done is made a faux front. So you can see it's tucked in here like this. It folds out. And there's pockets here, a little tuck spot here for a variety of tags. I'm kind of feeling like the possibilities for this are endless. So I'll show you the other couple that I made, and then I'll just do a quick tutorial on how I made them. This one was kind of fun. It was actually, I felt like it was a mistake at first that I fixed, and I love how it turned out. So as you can see on this one, this part is glued down. So when you flap the right flap under, it just holds it, right? So I wanted to have one where both flaps opened. And so I was like, okay, well this doesn't hold it. So I decided to add a couple more tabs and just kind of crisscross them, and it worked great. So once again, this is just a little envelope from a leftover card, and this one I've done two flaps out, so there's pocket here with tags in it. I did a flip up here again with pocket and tags, and then a pocket across the main part of the envelope that also has tags. So I thought that was really fun, and it was one of those things where a mistake ended up being kind of cool, because I love that closure. Then let's see, the third one I did, I used a big envelope, and I used a bingo card on the one side, and I love the buttons on the bingo card. Let's see, I'm trying to remember which friend sent me that idea. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but anyway, thank you. That was inspirational. And so then it's got the tab. So the bingo card is glued down around the edges. Then this part flaps out, and I decided to go yet another flap. And so then, let's see if I can kind of put this down so you could see. So I have a little indexed card there. I made a pocket out of an envelope here, and then on the last one I did a belly band with some things tucked in. So this one closes and closes and goes under the tab. So that's what I'm calling my faux front envelopes, and all the flips and flaps were inspired by my friend Eve Spade. She does have a YouTube channel, and I'll put her name in the description box so you can search her channel. But anyway, I'd never seen this done on the front of an envelope before, so I thought I would share how I did it with you. So once again, I just have a plain envelope, and we'll just kind of go step by step through how I did it. So I want these flowers to be on the front of my envelope. So I'm going to, let me just make sure that I'm in camera. You know what? I might back out just a little bit so you for sure can see me do this. So rather than butt it up to the corner, which is what I did on the others, I am going to go ahead and just mark the size of the envelope. And I'm not going to cut this off because I have an idea that I want to try. So the basics of how to make the envelope will still be the same, but I'm going to try this in the tutorial to do something a little different. So, okay, let me grab my cutter here. kind of got all my equipment at the ready, and it's making my desk a little crowded. Okay, so we're gonna line that up as best we can with our mark and cut, and we'll keep the extras so that we have those to decorate with or make tags or whatever. So this is the piece of paper that I am going to use for the envelope. So it's going to go on the front like this. Now normally I would have cut that off as I did on this one, you know, just made it the size of the envelope. But I'm thinking I might like to flip this up for the corner on this one, or for the pocket on this one. So I'm gonna see how that works. So what I need to do next is make my opening. So I'm gonna just eyeball it and go right about here, and cut that off. So let's do that. Let's get that, the part that's going to be our little holding flap. We'll cut that off. Okay, so this is going to go here. So I'm actually going to cut this part off, because this part I want to be the exact size of the envelope. So I'll just do that with the scissors. I love how the flaps then, it's a continuous piece of paper. You know, the design on the paper continues, but then it will open. So this side is going to be adhered down. I'll probably just do it as a pocket. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make a tab and get the tab put on ahead of gluing. So I'm just going to get that in there. I think this piece of paper is big enough, but just barely. So, okay. So there's my tab. I want to decide which side I want up. I think I'm going to go with the floral side. I usually go with the contrasting side of the paper, but that's okay. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I got to grab my distressing. I just got home from my retreat, so my stuff is still packed, and I really just wanted to do this video, and so I was like pulling things out of bags and stuff, trying to get ready to do this video. I do think I will distress the back of the envelope as well before I start gluing. It's just easier. You know, you can distress at any point really, but it's just easier before you've kind of gotten things going. But I had, at the retreat was where I made all the envelopes, and oh my gosh, I had a good time doing them, because it's kind of like as you start to do the flips and flaps in the pockets, it's just like, okay, I have another idea I want to try, and another idea I want to try. So yeah, that's really fun. And it's at this point as well that I think I might do a little pattern on the back. So I'm just going to take this stencil and just kind of go over the envelope and give it a little bit of a pattern on the back too. The front is so decorated that I kind of feel like I need to do something on the back as well. So we'll just give it a little interest with going through the stencil. And then we'll get to the nitty-gritty of the front. Okay, that's fun. It just gives it a little more personality on the back, right? So, there. All right. So this piece of paper is going to go here. So we are going to put the tab on first. Let me use, I really like the fast grab tacky glue for putting tabs on because it grabs fast. And so we'll just get that on there. And I'm just going to go to the middle with it. We're just going to go kind of straightforward for the tutorial. So I'm just going to put that right there. You know, I think I'm going to stress a little around the edges of this guy too. I actually worked on a journal at the retreat that I wanted to make this particular envelope for, so works out great. Gosh, my sponge is starting to disintegrate a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to just glue around the edges just in case I want to tuck something under this on the inside. I don't know that I will, but oh my goodness, my glue from traveling is all gummed up kind of. So, okay, here we go. Just a little bead around the edges. Okay, and we'll put, and then I just be as precise as I can in lining it up. Okay, and at this point, as on this envelope, I would have then worked on this side. I'm going to have a little more to do with this one just because I want to fold the bottom up to make a pocket on this side, okay? Rather than on this one, I cut another piece of paper and glued it on. So it's just a little different, way to do it. You know, having looked at that one, I think what I'm going to do is do a little distressing on this side too. I feel like this tutorial is a little bit disjointed. I'm kind of still, I'm sleep deprived from the retreat and just haven't made a video in a while. So I'm not as 1, 2, 3 as I usually am, but I think you'll be able to follow. So I'm just kind of decorating as I go as well, because I do, as I said, I have a journal. I want to use that. So we're going to line that up and it's going to look just like one piece of paper. But when you open it, there'll be all sorts of fun things on the inside. So the way I do the flap is just to take just a little cutoff from a coffee dyed piece of paper that put in another journal. I'm just going to measure it the length of the envelope and cut. And then what we'll do is we'll just fold it in half. And then it will be a little hinge. So it's going to be this way. So I want my hinge on this side like that. Okay. So I'm just going to glue this onto this piece of paper. Just run some glue down this side. Whoop. And triple check myself because I have been known to either put things upside down or whatever. Okay, so we have this side of the hinge then. And now we need the side that's going to go here. But because I'm doing the pocket on sort of on this flap first, I'm just going to pull this all the way up, line it up well, and fold it over and get that part done prior to attaching it to the envelope. So I'm just going to glue down each of these sides, run a little bead like that. hold that up. And then once again, before attaching it to the envelope, I am going to distress it a little bit. This time on both sides, because you will see both sides. So you really, I think it's best to use a two-sided paper for this project, for the front of the envelope, because first of all, you have instant coordination of your papers, and then also if you do something like this, it just can flap up, and you don't have as much white space then to deal with either. So okay, I'm going to go around the edge this way. Hopefully my distressing time gives you time to catch up if you're crafting along with me on making one of these. Okay, so now I have this little flap. I'm going to glue along here. Like so. And attach it just by lining it up as best you can. And I'm going to adjust, I'm going to put this under the flap and adjust this so that it's just meets right in the middle. Now I'll press down and make sure that my hinge is good and tight. So there's the faux front of the envelope. Now, now we get to play on the inside, which is, geez, what I had so much fun with playing with these envelopes. I'm just gonna cut off a little bit of that hinge that was hanging over. Okay, so it looks like I'm really pretty good. Okay. So now we kind of can decide what is it that we want to do on the inside. I'm just going to give this a little distress as well, just to kind of blend it in a little bit better. So we've got our pocket here, so that's great. I think I want to do another pocket here, and then we can decide if we want a little flap. We just might. Okay, I was loving this postcard piece too. I think I'll maybe use that for another pocket. Now I don't want it really straight across from this one, so maybe I'll just do a big pocket, a deeper pocket. So I'm just going to mark there. I'm going to only go over to, not quite the fold, because of course you want this flap to be able to fold. So, okay, so let's go ahead. I can get rid of my tab punch. Let's go ahead and cut that so that we can make a pocket. And okay, so yeah, that one will be there. You know what I think I want is my corner rounder. Gotta remember what I did with that. Sorry, things just aren't where they normally are. So I'm struggling a little with having things at the ready. Okay, that's going to show, so I'll stress that a little bit. You know what, I also should have just stressed the edge of this flap, but again, like I say, I would have liked to have done it before, but you can always go back and get a little on there. Okay, cool. So let's attach this then as a pocket. And I don't have things that I want to put in this pocket, right now. Maybe I do. I'll look with my kit that I'm working with this. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up and we're going to have a pocket right there. Okay, I'm also thinking about doing a little fold down flap that could be right like this and go over the top. Let's do it. This is what I'm talking about. As you get going, it's like, well, I could do this and I could do that and that would be fun. And the ideas just keep coming. I just have really had fun with these. Okay, so let's then, with this one, I think I'll round the bottom corners and then give it a little distress around the edge. And this one, since it's going to be a flap rather than a pocket, we're once again going to use the coffee dyed paper as a bit of a hinge on it, just so it will, oh, I don't have to do that. That's going to be covered up. It will fold up or flap up, whichever you want to say. Okay, so we'll just use that little leftover piece and cut it to size. Okay. And we'll give it a fold. I think I want that coffee to show. I'm actually, before I get it in there, going to give it a little bit of distress ink. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Let's just put that then on this flap. So I kind of do all the folds, the flaps, the pockets first, and then I'll go back and figure out what's gonna tuck where and how I like that part to look. Got that a little long, so I'm just gonna trim that back. All right, let's add some glue on this side. And we're just I'm gonna split the difference kind of. I need to be on the far side of the holder tab there. So we're gonna move it over a little bit. Okay, so now we have this that flips up. We have a pocket here, we have a pocket here, and we actually can tuck in there too. I'm kind of deciding if maybe I want a little pocket there, what pieces of paper do we have left that might be fun? This would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, let's do it. Oh, I just love this. It just keeps going and going. So fun. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. Let's just make that a pocket. And I'm using Fabri-Tac on this. You could use tacky glue or whatever. I like the Fabri-Tac because it dries fast, and so it makes it a little quicker process. There we go. So I'm just gonna put that in, make sure it folds down well, and we've got a pocket there. Now let me grab my ephemera and see what we might want to put on there. Of course, it's buried, so bear with me for a second. Okay. So for this journal, I'm using the Tsunami Rose Sunflower DigiKit, and so I'm just going to look and see what we have. Oh, we have one of these cute jars. That would be fun. I'll put some string or some twine around that, but that would be cute there. See, we've got tickets for like that area might be good. Let's just kind of weed through. Oh, I should have used one of these tabs on there instead. Shoot. Oh well, that's okay. I just wasn't organized enough this morning. Okay, so I have this fun bingo card. That would be fun in the pocket. Like that. Oh, it's a little long, Let's see, what else? Oh, here's some tickets that are cut already. Oh, this is cute. Yeah, I'm going to tuck that right in there, I think. And then everything is kind of long to go into that pocket. So maybe what I'll do is kind of make my own card to go in there. I might use this one because really you could write on the back, couldn't you? Okay, so actually let's just gonna cut this a little bit down. Oops, that was a score. That's not gonna work. And then maybe right about there, give it another cut. And just make my own kind of base card to put in there. I'll just go around the edges with the punch, and I'll probably distress it as well, but I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what you can do. I'm sorry if I'm hitting the camera with my cutter. So let's go here with this one. And maybe what we'll do is my scissors do a little couple tickets here. Oh, that's going to be too long. Okay, well, we'll cut them then. Okay, I might stick that one in there and this one here. And maybe what we could do is with one of these is let's just fold it and make a folded journal card like that. And then I'll clip the ends. And stick that one in there. It's too long, doggone it. Okay, well, that's all right. We'll put it here. I want that kind to be brighter. So, I don't know. Oh, here's a little one. Oh, it's not going to quite go either, but I can trim the bottom of that. How much do I need to trim? Just a little bit. Let's just do that. Trim that off a little bit on the bottom, and then it's going to just fit right in there, and I love that it's bright, happy colors. Okay, so that gives you an idea. I'll go back and distress all the stuff I put in the pockets. So now we're all decorated. This can flap down. This then tucks in. And probably the last thing I will do is grab a little button. Got my eye on a pink one that disappeared. There it is. And I'm going to just put a little button on there. And it will be done. It will be just like these. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you like this idea. Let me know in the comments below. I'm super excited about it. It's really fun to make, and you know, the sky's the limit with the pockets and the tucks and the flips and flaps. So enjoy, and thanks so much for watching everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.